Has got a lot of great cornhole players coming out of it. In fact, there's sometimes when we're doing results on the taco, that's all we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Is Paragould, Arkansas.
Spencer Garner, Sebastian Barger.
Sebastian Barger.
And we're going to mention Wendy Barger just for the sake of mentioning Wendy Barger.
By law, we've been told we have to mention Wendy Barger anytime we mention any Barger.
Paragould.
All right. Final down and backs are being put in place by Frank Ears, the Cornhole Dude. Our final match here on the Stadium Center Court, live from the Alliant Powerhouse in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Matt Cummings, I'm glad to see him back on center stage. We had him in the singles in Las Vegas. Made a nice run there.
Mm-hmm.
And these two guys, Willie Johnson and Austin Thomason, if there's ever a team that deserved to be together, it's those two.
Is that right? Why would that be?
Because they're so laid back.
Yeah.
You will not get them upset at each other. And
it doesn't appear to be possible.
Yeah. And Matt Cummings was sold some Vortex bags by Russell, and he can't put them down. Actually, I think Russell gave them to him.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's quite a gift.
Yeah.
The way that the bag industry is blowing up these days.
I ride with him and can't get a set of bags.
Is that right?
Yeah. You want to charge me double. Are you ready? Bring it, then.
Right.
We're underway with our last match of the evening.
That's right, our final look at center court here in Cedar Rapids. But, boy, the competition we have seen to this point, and we talked about this off-air with Russell Tabors, just the amount of talent in this organization. No matter where you go to a major, you are going to be running into something that is going to test every ounce of your patience and your skill set, and we have certainly seen it this weekend.
You are correct. Like I said, this was a very loaded field, so if you finish high in this one, you've done very well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice bag in there. That one had a little bit of a GPS on it itself.
Matt gave him some kind of signal there. I don't know exactly what it was, but you think he told him to flip the bag over and throw it on the slick side?
He might have. And it's interesting. Some of these teams we see have very, very good nonverbal communication. They have the opportunity to communicate with one another without saying a word.
Yeah. And some of them can get some dirty looks, like what Ashley Irvin threw out last night.
And what's great with Ashley, the way that Ashley Irvin, when she talked about it, she goes, "I'm not mad, but everybody tells me I look mad." And then she comes over.
Yeah, and says she's not mad.
They tell me I look mad. I'm not mad. And then she was over here all smiles and laughing it up.
As we see her right across from us. And this is Jonathan Kingfish. This is my first time to see Jonathan.
I've not seen him.
I've heard his name and heard his name and heard his name.
Matt Cummings, I've seen, as you mentioned, on center court before. But, yeah, Jonathan, this is my first time seeing him play ever.
How about Jonathan with the matching shoes, the matching shirt, and the matching bags?
You got to love that. And he absolutely, he's going to go grab this one. He'll get them both. No, he's not. He went a little bit too far to the right.
And 10-0.
How about that?
And we have seen some big leads tonight.
And we've moved up already to the dozen. They've got the dozen on zero.
Yeah, 12.
Interesting that there's 12 on one side and an egg on the other.
Uh-huh. Half a dozen times 2. How about that? That was quick, wasn't it?
Look at you. That's some pretty good stuff right there.
As Kingfisher and Matt Cummings having a little trouble getting started in this game, and it could be the center court jitters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know Willie Johns played his pool place in singles on this court. Oh, nice bag there to not give up anything. And Austin has one. No, he let a couple slip away. Man, what a fun night we've had. Fun weekend, Finn.
It really has. It's been something. And this level of competition is always, as a guy who likes to play the game, but does not play at this level the way that you and so many others who sit next to me play. It's just, I marvel at it. I really do, because we talk about how easy you make it look. and how hard it is to do. I liken that to professional soccer. When you watch Premier League soccer and you watch these guys take a ball 60 yards out of the air right to their toe and go do exactly what they want with. Unless you've done it, you have no idea how hard it is. Now, in this sport, fortunately, you've got so many tailgaters or backyard players that can look at that and appreciate how difficult it is. And
absolutely,
just the idea of the flat bag is a game changer for a lot of social players.
And that's what I used to tell people: master flattening the bag out first, and then worry about the direction.
Yeah, then you figure out your release point, and you're good to go.
Absolutely, and that's what a lot of great players would probably tell you the same thing. That's not a bad bag there by Matt Cummings.
It's got a little waterfall potential
right
there.
Yeah. Oh, did you see
How
that?
did that get in there? Oh. I've got to figure that it looked like Willie put up a funnel.
It did.
And it just somehow found its way in there. But, 12 on 3.
How about Austin shooting that shot? I did not see that coming.
I did not
And
either.
how the bags fell, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's when it almost looked like it folded itself in half, shot down, and opened itself back up.
Yes, sir. And first bag the first time for Jonathan and Matt Cummings.
Low left, but it didn't seem to do any damage. He's going to step way out.
Well, not too bad, but I think Willie may go up right here. Yes, sir.
Oh, he does.
Dead
and how about
center.
that? That's a perfect airmail right up over top of that.
Jonathan, the same shot. Now, Willie
went
Kingfishing
king
go
fishing
again.
for that when he's going to do it again.
Not?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little short.
Little fling of the wrist. He's going to go in low and try to push through.
And Austin says, stop.
Yeah, ho. Yeah, just
Hey,
low.
let me tell you something. He had a lot of hole right there. If I'm Austin, I'm telling him go for that.
Yeah, you might as well. I think when you've
He
got that
had
kind of
nothing
lead,
to lose.
nothing to lose, right?
Yep.
And that's what we talked about with Craig Irvin. He said, sometimes you just got to measure the risk versus the reward and just go for it. What are you going to lose?
I think that bag is going to be in the hole.
Yeah, I think this will get cleaned up all the way through here. Yeah, all of it.
There it goes.
Oh, and that's going to be
I saw a little different release by him that time. He had like a kind of a turn of his hand that I haven't seen out of him. And it cost him 2 points. Sometimes you can pick that up over here. I can feel it when I do it. And then when you see it, you can say, hey, man, you turn your hand totally different. And his bag went totally different than it was going.
And it's funny. I'll throw a bag, and just from an amateur standpoint, I'll throw a bag, and it'll do something right, and then I try to think, what did I do just then, and try to remember it, and I can't. So it's just that muscle memory and getting out and throwing thousands of bags, and you're just going to do it, and until somebody says something to you about, on that one particular shot, you did that, but do you run the risk then of screwing it up? I've seen so many people ruin a golf swing by overthinking it by 1 degree. Look at that.
The perfect example is Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
He wanted a few more yards, and he got a few more losses.
Boy, I'll tell you what, had he bounced that a little lower and given it just a split second longer, that bag at the 3 o'clock position would have dropped, and he might have been able to follow it in. Instead, he bunched it up there, and we find ourselves with an 18-3 lead with Thomason and Johns over top of Kingfisher and Cummings.
I see Randall Garrison, Johnny Thomas playing the Cornix out there. So that would give us 5 teams left with Gary Bearpaw and Gavin Kirk sitting in the driver's seat.
Boy, and that looked like it was going to roll up and over the middle, and then just pinching, and then we got quite the laundry basket there. Oh, one of them does drop. It looks like maybe 2 did drop through there.
Yeah, I think he's
so
got
right
2
now, as long as he
the
lays
game?
it up and on there. Oh,
that is a game saver.
That's a nice bag right there.
Yes, sir.
Very nicely done.
I'm going to give him a little clap
sitting
for that
ovation.
one.
He's going to get the sitting ovation on that one.
To save the game.
That was a game
big
saver,
shot.
to be sure.
And Willie has thrown really good in this game, actually. Austin does it really well in singles, and Willie's his double partner. Austin gets a little more accolade, but Willie has pitched really well.
Boy, and I'll tell you, too, we see so many of these fast rotation flat bags that come flying out of people's hands. Look at that. I mean, that's a Billy Kilmer coming out of there. You really got to know your old school NFL.
Oh, and all you got to do is go on the board right here. Make him shoot the airmail. Oh, no. Okay. Airmail it.
Well, he tried it. Now he's going to give him that hard push. Not enough. Not enough to get the one to fall there up at the front side of the hole, but
is that 19?
calculating,
I see why
calculating, and yeah, he was up there on 19.
I thought they were on 18. I mean, 19 then, so. I'm having trouble seeing the scoreboard is why I'm having trouble there. See?
Yeah, it's
kind of blocked out in my view. Yeah, there we go, 19-3. Oh, I thought that bag was going to kick off there. It didn't look like it was a fluid throw. Oh, that one was.
a nice bag right
2
there.
points.
Matt Cummings puts that one in there late in the game, and again, you know, we've seen stranger things have happened.
Absolutely.
We've seen some bigger deficits than we've ever seen here on center court since we've been rolling these stadium majors, but this is one that tonight there's still a long way to go, even on 19. Another one of those we call that 19 and 20 kind of the hot spot. That's when the pressure's on you, not on 5, but on 19.
You can't make a mistake.
Mm-mm.
And Jonathan has made 2 in this round. See if Willie can finish it off. There it is.
There it is. That's going to get her done right there. Apologies to Larry the Cable Guy.
But still, a great finish by
really
Jonathan
was.
Kingfisher and Matt Cummings.
Nicely done. All right, he's just going to go ahead and let that one do what it needs to do.
Willie just insult to injury, throws 4 in the back.
Well, he goes ahead and finishes it off, but nicely done, Matt Cummings, Jonathan Kingfisher. A nice, valiant effort here on center court. Willie Johns and Austin Thomason will advance, and we will have just a few more matches before we find our doubles champions here. We're going to wrap things up on the Stadium Sports Network tonight, and I'll tell you, it's been a great weekend full of lots of great hospitality. Our first visit ever to Cedar Rapids. Looking forward to being back here for years to come. Thanks to Rock 108. Thanks to our hosts here at the Doubletree Hilton. Thanks to everybody at the Alliant Powerhouse. Thanks to Primus for giving us a little extra something in the neighborhood last night. And to all of you for watching here at WatchStadium.com or behind-the-scenes folks in the truck, Eric Heiderman and those who ran the tournament, everybody that was part of running this tournament and making it happen. We were thrilled to bring it to you. WatchStadium.com is where you'll find us. Branson, Missouri will be our next opportunity to bring it to you from center court as we work our way back to Branson the final week of July for the World Championships. He is Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja Brother. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Yes,
I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, and thanks to Heiderman and the whole crew to make it happen. And we will see you again very soon from Branson, Missouri with the American Cornhole Organization. On behalf of Frank Gears, the Cornhole Dude, the founder and president, we remind you to keep on pitching.